Hello everyone, welcome to English to Darkar. I'm so glad you people are here, and today's video is for those who want to have a native accent, like who want to speak English like the natives. Some of you want to speak like the Brits, and some of you want to speak like the Americans. Now, whatever be your priority, I'm going to talk about the way you can actually develop that accent over a period of time. And before I get into that, let me tell you that today's video will only be in English, and the reason is I'm going to do it in English because I want you to listen to English. That is very, very important. How the kids learn a language, they listen. That is the best way you can learn it. And listen, observe, and take it in, and then apply. But let me remind you, if you are someone who is looking for online courses of spoken English, if you are someone who is pretty good in English but you think something is missing, there is some improvement you need to make, and if you're someone who is a complete beginner and want to start from the basics, please contact me by clicking on the link in the description below. And from there, you're gonna get my phone number and you can get in touch with me or leave a message on Facebook, and I will be delighted to be a part of your journey of becoming fluent in English. So let me get back to today's topic. And one more thing, if you're getting lots of value out of this channel, please like this video, share it with your friends, and please remember to subscribe to the channel. So if you are someone who wants to have a native accent, then let me tell you what you need to do. Now, many people try to imitate the native accent. Now, what happens when you try to imitate is it sounds very artificial. For some, it may seem a little artificial. For some, it may seem a lot more so. Okay, so how to develop a native accent naturally and how to sound natural. Now, let me tell you something. First, you need to kind of understand the whole thing. So, who is a native speaker? A native speaker is someone who speaks English as their first language. So their mother tongue is English. And for us, English is our second language. So this is something most of us have studied in school and college, maybe in some compulsory papers. Many of us even have studied English literature or communicative English in their college. And no matter what, even though our grasp in English is pretty solid, we still feel that there is something lacking. We often do feel that. Now, where does that come from? I think it has fundamentally two sources. One is rare and the other is the most common one. Now, what is the rare one? The rare one, I would probably want to say that those people who really love languages in general, and they are very passionate about the languages they speak. They try to learn many languages and they want to speak a language in the way the natives do. Now, that is one category of people. That is, they're the rare category who really want to put that much effort to, really know a language, culturally connect with people, and all these. Now, there is the second category who think they need to do that, or they need it for certain benefits. They think they are going to get benefited if they speak like the natives. Now, who are these people? There may be some of us who want to speak like the natives because they want to go abroad to work or to study or for some other purposes. And now rarely, someone would want to, like have a super defined and super accurate native accent if they are just going to visit, a foreign country for tourism. So there, people mostly care about traveling and want to communicate as little as they can, or they need to. And that really is the reason why a person wants to speak like a native. And in the Indian context, it is a status symbol. So the better English you speak, more status you seem to have. So it's a privilege that we want to have. Like, we think that no matter how expert you are in your field of studies, your success more or less depends on how well you speak English. Now, this is like a belief which has some truth to it, but at the same time, it's not as big a deal as we may like to think. Because I remember, teaching one of my students who was taking classes of English to go to France to do his PhD or postdoctorate, maybe, I'm not sure right now. So you see, this person is good at his own domain and got the opportunity to be, a part of an European university to pursue his postdoctorate. And then he came for the spoken English course to me. Now, why did I tell you this story? The reason that I'm telling you the story is, first of all, I want you to listen to English more. And secondly, because you still can have an opportunity before you start really focusing on English. Now, these things do happen. And one of the biggest thing is that most of the people who struggle with English don't even take the chance. Don't even take the chance to apply because they think they are going to get rejected. Now, that is a limiting belief. First, go for it and see how much of a big deal it is. Is it really true that without English there is no scope? Is it really true? Certainly not. I mean, most of the people are not experts in English, but they still are doing their job. Yes, it is true that when it comes to promotion, maybe, or some other opportunities, English knowledge helps. So it is it is something that helps you get more out of it. So it's like, it's like you still need to have a boat and capacity to row in a river. And knowing English is more like having a favorable current of the water, It just helps you move. You still need a boat and you need to be able to row. You still can go against the current, but you may choose to, really learn it and turn the current and make it easier for you. And yes, that is true. English makes things easy. At the same time, we need to have belief in ourselves that we can learn English. Now, my point of saying all these things is not to discourage you, but to say that be easy on yourself and have faith in you that you can learn it. It is possible. Okay? And compare your present self with the future self, or compare yourself with, compare your progress with your past position, not with someone else. Because you don't know the kind of life they had, the kind of advantages they have, the kind of privileges they have. So try to expand your own area of expertise, your own exposure with the language. Now, one of the fundamental things about developing a native accent is it just feels good, right? We also feel like, oh my god, there are like steps, like I can understand a text, then it's like I can understand. The second level is like I can understand when someone else is saying something, and the third step is I can instantly come up with answers, and like the fourth step is a native speaker speaks and I understand it and can respond. It's amazing. And if you still want to embark on that journey, I am here for you. I want to help you with that, and I request you to join my courses and develop your vocabulary, expose yourself to English much more than you are exposed at this moment, and make English a part of your daily life, So, here, as I was saying, that speaking like a native must not be forced, because we know those people who can force it maybe for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and after that they come back to their natural accent. Now what happens, it kind of seems funny and forced and artificial, as I said. Now, if somebody doesn't have naturally that accent, and if they're trying to force it, it kind of seems blah. It doesn't really feel that great. What you need to do is expose yourself to listening more and more English, native speakers speaking English, and let that do the work. The best way you can develop a native accent is expose yourself to the kind of English you want to speak, and then without even realizing, you will see that you are doing it. It will be subtle, but it will be there. Now, one thing we need to remember, that we need to measure something. If we don't measure something, we don't know how much we are progressing or how much progress we are making. So how to do that? I mean, a simple exercise would be record reading a passage, or maybe record something that you are thinking, and keep a record of that today. And then listen to native speakers speaking English on YouTube for next month. And then again, record something that you are thinking, maybe for 30 seconds or a minute. It can be longer. And then listen to that. And see what how differently you are speaking in the second video. So see how much progress you made, and like try to give yourself a number, like if when you start, have this recording and also give yourself a number out of 10. Like I think my rank right now is at 3, and after 30 days of listening to the native speakers speak for 15 minutes every day, I think that I have improved by maybe a point. So after a month, I'm at 4. So give yourself that, space. And what I have noticed, when you do that, it may seem maybe after listening to English like that for 90 days, you will see, oh my God, I'm not really making that much progress. It may happen once, and generally those are the points where the shifts happen. You will see that after another 10 or 15 days, you will make a massive progress. So what you need to do is just stay with yourself and keep listening and listening and listening. And at the same point, I will just remind you, until you become as fluent as the natives, imagine an English native speaker learns your mother tongue and speaks it with an accent. How sweet does that sound? That does really sound super sweet and cute. So if you are someone who needs to talk to the native speakers and haven't yet mastered the skill of speaking like the natives, they probably are finding a great deal of happiness and sweetness from your accent. So remember that and keep practicing, and I will see you tomorrow. Please like the video if you are getting lots of value out of this channel. Share it with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel, and I welcome you to join my courses, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.